All right, good afternoon, everyone. So some of you may already know, but at Odoo Belgium at the moment, we are hiring a lot of people. And for that, we are building a brand new campus to accommodate for all these new Odooers joining the company. So what we'll do as well, part of this new campus, we are going to have our own paddle club. So Odooers can book a paddle court to have a game after work. So last week I had a meeting with our office manager, and she asked me to build and design a website for the new paddle club. So hopefully we have just launched a new industry module about sports club, so it's going to be really useful. All right. So my name is Thomas. I'm a website expert at Odoo, and today we are going to talk for the next 45 minutes or so about designing a website for a sports club. Obviously, you have Q&A at the end. All right. So first, before jumping into the demo, the design, I want to talk about the web design methodology. So this is the methodology we use when we build a website at Odoo. First, when you build a website, you need to define the objectives. The objectives are the goals of your website. So it will help you define the call to action you find on the page, so the button, and it guides you in building your website. Next is the sitemap. Once you have your objective, you want to make it clear. So the sitemap is a list of all the pages that you have on a website and the hierarchy between them. Next step of the process is the wireframe. Wireframe is the organization of space on each page. At this step, there is no colors, no design, no anything. It's just black and white. You'll see an example of that in a second. And finally, the design. Design is going to be the identity of your website. All right, so one mistake that we see too often is to jump straight to the design without thinking about the first steps. It's not good. So obviously today we are going to talk about the design, but first we need to go through each step. So my project is the Odoo Paddle Club, and the goal of this website is going to be a booking system for Odooers to book a paddle court. There will also be an e-commerce, so we want to rent gear if someone forgot his shoes or the paddle racket. It's also possible. And then finally, we want a membership section where we can show events and the latest information from the club. In terms of the sitemap, we have 4 sections: booking a court, booking a coach. It's also going to be one service we provide, the shop, and the membership section. So it's really clear, really simple. For the wireframe, there is just one goal, is to keep it simple. And for the design, when you build a new website, you need to have already a good identity before designing the page. So this is what I came up with for the Odoo Paddle Club. So you need to have at least one logo, some colors. So here it's good because I match the colors from the logo. And finally, a font pairing. So here we use a font for the title and font for the paragraph. So now that I have everything defined, let's jump right into Odoo. Okay, so this is the third step of the process. So this is the wireframe step. As you can see, the wireframe, it is pretty basic. So it's no colors, only text, and the organization of the space. You can see we already have the buttons. Here I have a section to book a paddle court, so it's image text, text image, and so on. So we have all the section already on the page. So here is a section for the what's happening in the club, so the membership section. And finally, yeah, the call to action to join the club. It's way easier to design based on a wireframe than design from a blank page. So that's why it's a good idea. It's a good practice to already include the copy of the website, so the text. All right, so let's go into the edit mode and start designing the website. So the first thing you do when you design a website is to jump into the theme section. In the theme section, you have the colors of your website. So here I'm going to inject the colors of my brand identity. So here I use the hexadecimal code for the colors. Okay, so I make sure that I find the exact tone for my colors. Okay, and you can see that my website is already starting to change. So here I have the colors of my button that have changed according to my color palette. It's a good practice to have three main colors, and then a light and a dark version of your colors. The light and the dark are going to be used for the contrast. For instance, for the white background or the dark background. So we advise to keep it like that. Odoo will generate 5 color palettes based on the color that you choose. So here what you should do is to make sure that each color palette makes sense, so there is a good contrast for all the colors. In this instance, I would like the secondary button to be blue, like on the other one, so I can just come here and edit this color palette. All right, and you see that the changes are reflected on the home page. Next, once the color is done, is to add the fonts. So first we start with the paragraph fonts for the text. Here I need to change the font family to add my the one I chose, and the one I chose is this one. Okay, here I think that the text is a bit small, so I'm going to increase the font size to 20 pixels. Okay, so it's already a bit better, a bit bigger. It also increases automatically the font size of the headings to make sure that everything is coherent. And then I'm going to move to the heading section and add my font. Here I'm going to add a Google font, so it's not a system font, so I need to add it manually. Okay, here I can choose from the list of existing Google fonts. So my font I chose is called Caprasimo. Okay, I can select it. And I have already the preview of the font. You can also upload your custom font if you have your own file. Okay, see, oh, my website is starting to change and look like my brand identity. Okay, so finally in the theme, the last thing we need to look at is the button. So the button are the button for the call to action. So here my primary call to action, and then my secondary call to action. So what I'm going to do here is increase a bit the padding. Okay, 10 pixels horizontally and 20 vertically. Okay, so the it's a bit bigger, and probably decrease a bit the font size. All right, good. And what I want to do as well here is edit the border radius. The border radius is what is going to make the button round, because my logo has rounded shape and everything is kind of round in my website, so I want to reflect it on the button as well. So I'm going to use 50 pixels here. Oh, okay. So I was editing the input fields and not the button. So just going to do it again on the button. So 10. and 20. Yeah, it's better. So you see the buttons are changing. Okay. And then the corners. Good. All right. So see, now my theme is done. I can save. I can already have a look at the website. It's looking okay, but now we need to design every section. So back to edit mode. It's a good practice to save from time to time so you make sure that you do not lost your changes. So first thing, when you edit the section of the website is the navigation. Navigation is the header and the footer. So what you find at the top and at the bottom of every page. Here for the navigation, first thing is to choose a template. In my case, I want a template with the logo in the middle, so I'm going to choose this one. Okay, see? Then you need to choose what is inside the navigation bar. So I don't need the phone, I don't need the button here on the top, because I want something minimalistic and really clean, really simple. So I can go here in the element section and hide the text and hide the button. Okay. Of course, I need to upload my logo, so I double click on the logo and I select it from my folder, my computer. Another tip when you design a website, if you are in edit mode and want to see the full page, you click on escape and you can see what your page looks like full screen. Okay, it's already getting better, but I want to center the text here, so select the navigation bar and then on desktop menu here, I center the information. All right. So you see that I already have the menu here. Of course, you can edit the menu element here in the site, menu editor, and then you can move the elements around. I'm gonna keep it like this, and then gonna edit the footer. So at the bottom of the page, we have the footer, same process. We select a template. Here I want a really clean template with the logo in the middle. I select this one. I'm gonna remove some elements that I don't need. Social network I don't need, the separator here I don't need. Upload my logo. Here I'm gonna upload a white logo for a better contrast with the footer. So here I have my white logo. It's also a good practice to have a color logo and some variation of the logo to make sure that the contrast is always good. And I want to change the background of this section. So here you have background. It's available on every section. And in the background, you find the 5 color palettes that have been generated by the system. I'm going to use a blue. Okay, and you see the footer starting changes, of course. And what I want is to reorder the element a little bit. And I want to center everything. So I'm going to edit the content width and then reorder the element. All right, here, make this appear first, make it a bit bigger. Okay, then my phone, and then finally my logo. All right. This text is not really visible, so I can select it. And with the inline editor, this is new from version 19, I can change the color, make it yellow. So I find the colors of my theme, and I think my footer is done. So I save. All right, I can have a look, and my footer is looking pretty good. Next step, once we have the navigation done, we're going to start designing each section. So we start with the main section of my home page, the banner section. So the banner, that's a really important section of any website because it's usually the first one a visitor see when they land on the website, and they need, in a few seconds, to make the decision whether or not they are going to leave or stay on the website. So it needs to be easy to understand and attractive. So first, I'm going to choose the content, so the image. Here I'm going to use a background image. So obviously we need something about paddle. So Odoo is integrated with Unsplash, so you can browse images from a library. All right, let's choose this person. Okay, so what else can I do? Okay, I could make this bigger, so I can use the full width of the page here with this option. And I could, the image looks a bit square, so I want to round the left side of it. What I can do here is a really nice trick. So here I have the round corner. Okay, I could use 50 pixel, but it's going to round the full section. What I want actually is to round only the left side. So here in the round corner input, I'm going to add 0, 0, and 50. So actually what it does, it is going to round only the first one and then put 0, 0, and then 50 on the last one. Okay, so you see now I only have the left side round. I kind of really like this look. Next, I want to edit the button. So I select the button, I can edit, and then I need to have a link because it's really important to have links on every buttons that you do. And I want to make sure that this is done. So this button is going to link to my page, booking a court. So book a court. Okay. And for me, this section is done. All right, so next section is actually about the service part of my website, so booking a paddle court or booking a coach. So I want to have a separation, division between the first one and the second one. To do that, you can use the colors, the background colors. So here I'm going to choose a yellow color, and actually also for the other service section. Okay. Then, of course, I need to choose the image. So I double click on the image. This section is about booking a court. So I'm going to select image of court. And this section is about booking a coach. So I'm going to use this one. But again, here, I don't really like the square image. So what I can do is use a shape on the image. So for the first one, I'm going to use here, I'm going to use a rounded shape, okay, like this one. And on the second image, I'm going to use a bill image, like this one. Okay, but notice that the size, the format of the image has been changed. So I want to make sure that it remains the same. So what I can do is actually transform the image, okay, and define a 1-to-1 ratio. So it's going to apply perfectly the shape that I have chosen. Okay, so I really like it, but I don't like the separation between the main banner and the second one. So what I can do here, I can use a connection shape to actually blend the two sections together. So here, in the shape, I'm going to use one of the new connection shape. Okay, you can see we have multiple of them to actually blend the two sections together. And I'm going to choose the color of this shape to yellow. So see here, yellow. What I can do as well is play a bit with the padding, so this section overlap well with the first one. Right, see, it's already really cool. Okay, I can save, have a look. It starts to look like a really cool website. So next is the Paddle Pro Shop section. So this is the e-commerce section. So I want something different as well. Here I'm going to use a background video. Okay. Now I selected the image. So for the video, I need to select the video. And I have the URL of a really cool YouTube video about paddle, of course. Okay, and I can add it. So you can add videos from every streaming platform. But you see here we have an issue. There is a really bad contrast between the background and the text. So I'm going to add another background, so white text, that's better. But we can do even better. The way we do that is to add a color filter here. And I'm going to use a gradient. So you can see here, I'm going to add my main color as the color of my gradient. And it's going to give a really cool effect to the section. Right. Okay, I'm going to add the same one at the other end of the gradient, and then add a third colors in the middle. Okay, and for the degree, I'm going to put 0. So it's going to be horizontal. So see now when I select the third colors, and then I make it a bit transparent, we start to see the video behind. And I really like the effect that it gives. Okay, I didn't save, I think, my filter. So yeah, let's make it. Okay. Better. So again, here we can also play with a connection shape on the top one to make sure to blend the two sections together. So I'm going to use the same one. So of course I need to choose the color blue. And what I'm going to do here is actually to move this section a little bit to make sure that the image of the top section goes over the other one. Another tip that you can do with image is to move the image around on the page. And you can do that with the transform tool here. Select this one. And then you can take the image and move it basically anywhere. So I'm going to try to align it with the top of my text and also to overlap with the other section. All right, I can save. All right, I really like it. Next is the section about what's happening in my club. So the club happenings. Here I want also a big title, a big headings. So what I'm going to do is use this new block from the catalog selection. It's actually dynamic, so it moves from left to right. I'm going to edit the text. So club happenings. I'm going to remove the parallax and the over effect, so it's just moving from left to right without any other animation. And yeah, I'm going to move it on top, of course. What I can do, I can delete this one. What I can do more here is to add emoji in the text. So I'm going to add this cool tennis ball, probably add some space, right? And I have a really cool section between my. I'm going to probably increase the font size a little bit. Okay. Next for my event, I'm going to use the new event blocks. So the dynamic block. Here, I'm going to select this one. See, I already have an event in the database. Can remove this one. And then my blogs. Okay, I'm going to use the dynamic blogs snippet. Really like this one to display the latest blog articles that I've written. But I don't really like the way this one looks. It takes too much space, so I'm going to change it actually and use probably this one. Yeah, it's already better. The images are smaller. Okay. And here for this whole section, I'm going to use another background color again. Okay, so I'm going to select this one. The background color, up, blue. Same for this one. Because it's the same section, I want to group everything by section, so we use the same color. Yeah, the title, I can move it up. Make it blue as well. Yeah, and here I can remove this part. I don't need it. And there is a bit more, too much space, so I can make it smaller. Okay. Have a look. Here the padding is not good because we don't see the end of the blog, of the section, of the snippet, sorry. And that's it. Yeah, looks good. And I can remove this part. Okay, I can save, have a look. See, this section is really cool. And finally, there is one last section, so it's a call to action to become a member of the club. And this one, I want to make it really eye-catching. So what I can do is first change the color of the background to make it yellow. Yeah, this one I need to change the color as well. So the color of the column. Okay. Here I'm going to use a picture that an image that I created to look like a membership card. Okay. I need to adapt the size of the section. Okay, and I can move it around with the grid mode. It's super simple. You can basically move every element anywhere on the page. And again, I'm going to use a connection shape. Okay, this one I'm going to use a bigger one. So I want to make the card coming from the bottom of the website. So to do that, I'm going to add an animation on the card. So the animation is here. Animation, I'm going to use the on-scroll animation. So it means the animation of the item is going to be a link with the scroll of the user. So on-scroll, and I'm going to make it slide from the bottom. I can play with the intensity a bit, but it's fine. So now when I scroll, I can see the membership card coming from the bottom, like if someone was handing the card to me. All right, let's have a look at the full website. Okay, I think it looks pretty good for now, but we can do better. Okay, we can do better by adding some animation and some motion to the design. So back to edit mode. And here I'm going to do section by section. So for the title, I want an animation on appearance. So it will play once it appears. Same for the image, but I want something probably on appearance, and I want it to scroll, to slide from the right side. But it's a bit bigger. The intensity is a bit big, so I can play it again. So I'm going to decrease the intensity a bit. All right. Let's have a look. Yeah, looks already better. And I can do the same for the other section. So here I could add an appearance animation. So the effect would be probably, a rotate. It could be cool in the direction. And I can reduce the intensity. Okay, I can save, I can have a look. You see, wow. So you can play a bit around with the animation to make your website more alive. Another way you can do, you can also use the text highlights. So here I select a text, and I have this option, a text highlight, that enables me to select a highlight to, so you see different shape. Let's take this one, for instance. And it takes the color from the theme automatically. Good. So I have my home page that is already done. But now we need to have a look at the mobile version of this page. Mobile version, you can switch between the version. And the cool thing with Odoo is that you can edit each version. So you can edit the desktop version, like I just did. And you can also do the mobile version. So see the banner, the home page, the banner of the home page doesn't look good on mobile. There is way too much white space, not enough text. I really don't like it. And also we don't see the button, so it's really bad. What I do here is I'm going to duplicate this section. Okay, see, here we have duplicate button. So now we have two sections. And I'm going to transform the section. So I'm going to remove the picture because it doesn't work. Okay, I'm going to keep the same text. But here I'm going to use a background image. Okay. I'm not going to use the same one because it's going to be just behind the text, so the contrast might not be good. I'm going to use this one. Okay, and here I'm going to use a color filter. The same technique we did for the gradients, but I'm going to use a gray color filter. Okay, and I'm going to change the color of the text with another palette. Okay. I see that this button doesn't really look good because the contrast is not really good, so I can even change the color of this one by having a custom button. Okay, I'm going to choose the color, the fill color, I'm going to make it blue, and the text color blue. All right, I can save, and I have my banner section for my mobile. But now the issue is that I have two sections. Okay, so if I switch, I have this one that doesn't look good on desktop, and on mobile I also have the desktop version that doesn't look good. So next step is to actually hide each section on the opposite device. So the mobile one, I'm going to hide it for desktop. So the visibility, make it invisible for desktop, and same way around, invisible for mobile, and I can save. Okay, see on mobile, I don't see the other section, and it's the same on desktop. So you can really play with, you can design a website in Odoo for desktop and also for mobile. All right, so let's have a look at the other section of my website. So the book a course page is actually a page where I want people to be able to book a course. So remember, one of my mission is to keep it simple. So here I've already saved custom snippets. So I'm going to reuse them. Okay, I have my intro section, and then what I'm going to use is the book a course section. So here is a list of my available appointments. So that's part of the industry, the sports club industry module, is that you can define resources such as paddle court that people can book. So you see here we have at the Odoo Paddle Club we have three courts that people can book from. So two outdoors and one indoor, and there is a price. And finally, we have a Q&A, FAQ. It's always interesting. I can save my page. Okay, so let's book a course. So here, select the course, select an hour. Okay, I can have my phone number, and I can proceed to payment. But let's leave it like this for the moment and move to the Academy page. So here I see an issue with the connection shape, so I'm going to change it. Okay, see, make it. Yep, that's better. So the Academy page, so it's where you can book a class with a coach. It's the same process of the resources, so the court, but here it's going to be booking an appointment with a person. So to do that, I'm going to create a new appointment form. Okay, it's going to be paddle coaching with Tony. The duration is an hour, it's good. It's session at the paddle club. There is no Google Meet. But here I'm going to use, I'm going to book a user, okay? And I'm going to select Tony. So Tony, every time someone book from my website, will receive an email and will have an event in his calendar. So Odoo is synchronized with Google Calendar or Outlook, so it's super easy to actually make sure that is available during that spot. So you can define availabilities, add questions, for instance, the level of the player. And here in the option, okay, you can make this booking free, or you can ask an upfront payment. Here I need to select a product because it's going to go through the e-commerce. So I have my coaching session product that I've already created, and it's an €100 per session. All right, when it's done, I can save. Okay, and I have my paddle session. Now I only need to find the URL of this meeting and then add it in the button on my page. So here in the configuration, my list of appointment, I can find the share button with on the right appointment to copy the information about the appointment, and then go back to my Academy page and simply edit this button and make the link that I receive. Okay, I can save. And then I can book a session with Tony. Let's take 10 a.m. Okay, I can proceed to payment, but I'm not going to pay just yet. So you see here, I have my paddle court, my coaching session in my cart, but I'm going to keep it like this at the moment, because actually I don't have paddle gear. So I don't have the balls and I don't have the racket. So that's why we have an e-commerce section as well. It's part of the industry module. And the cool thing here is that you can either sell or rent your product. So you can sell super cool stuff like this custom T-shirt, Odoo Paddle Club, but you could also rent, for instance, the balls, or you can rent other things. So let's add a product. Okay, you add a product here. Let's make the paddle racket. Okay, it's going to be €10 per hour. It's a renting. Okay, I can save. I'm going to add picture of my product. If I find it, yes. I can add a description. I can even use the AI to do the description, but I'm going to keep it like this. I'm going to save, and I'm going to jump in the backend to actually configure my product. So in the configuration of my product, you can see I can sell this product. I can rent it. Here I have a button rental, and I can also make it available in the point of sale. By the way, the point of sale is also part of the sports club industry module, but it's not going. I'm not going to view it during this demo because I don't have enough time. And then I can also have subscription. I'm going to use that at the end. So I'm going to make it available for rental, and I need to define a rental price. So the period's going to be, I think 3 hours is a good time. Usually we don't play more than 3 hours, and the price is going to be 10. Okay. So back on my website, you see now that I need to select a period of time, and then I can rent my product. So let's just select this one and add it to my cart. So now on my cart, I have book a paddle court, I have book a coaching session with Tony, and I have my racket. So I'm ready to play. I can do the checkout. Okay, I need to enter my information. Okay, and then I can go. Okay, I've already made a booking, so it won't work because I can't add my country, but yeah. Let's see. Okay, perfect. Yep, and then I can pay. Okay, see, my payment has been processed, and I'm going to receive the confirmation for the paddle court and the session with Tony. So everything is sent directly in email, and I can also directly see the details of my appointment, add it to my agenda, and make myself ready to play with Tony. The last part of my website is the membership section. So membership section, what I want is that people send me requests to become a member. So here is simple. I'm going to use a membership form. And the membership form, I wanted to create an opportunity in my CRM. So the membership, I can click anywhere on the form, and I can edit the action of the form. So the action of the form is going to be create an opportunity. I can even add a field if I need. In my case, it's fine like this. I'm going to save, and I'm going to send my contact. So my company is Odoo. I want to be a member, Odoo Paddle Club, and I can submit my request. This will create a lead in the CRM. Okay. So if I go back, okay, in my backend, in my CRM, I should see my opportunity from Thomas. I want to become a member, so you can move it around. Okay, you can have different steps. Up. Yeah, you can review the contact of the information of the person. You can call it. If you're ready, you can simply create a new subscription. So create a new membership. I'm going to create a new quotation for this person. I'm going to select the membership. Okay, the Odoo Paddle Club membership. It's 100 per year, and then I need to select a recurring plan. So it means that every year, if I select here, this person will receive an automatic renewal factor invoice. Okay, I can confirm. Okay, this person has confirmed, and this is my new member. All right, you can then manage your member. Okay, then you can manage your member in the subscription module, and you see all the active members of the club. So finally, there is one last step I need to take for my website to be ready, is to actually publish it. So obviously, you don't you don't do your website without publishing the pages. So one way to do that is to go in the site pages, select all the page, and then here you have the is published button. You can click on it. You update. Okay, all the pages are published at the same time, and then I can go back to my website. The website is ready and is online. So by the way, if you want to check the website, it's available at paddle/club@odoo.com. And that's it for this demo. So quick reminder about web design. If you need to take 3 things from this demo is like define goals when you build a website, have a clear structure in mind, and build strong identity for your brand. And of course, keep it simple and make it beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Thomas, for your great talk.
Thank you.
We got a few questions that I'm going to ask. How to make sure the times of different rental items are matched? I think he means in the example that he showed, for example, the time of booking the court is different from the time of booking the coach. And
actually, I think that's up to the customer to do that. At least in I don't know that I don't think that we have a feature to match the bookings of the time of different bookings.
All right. Can I change the domain name of the website?
Yeah, of course. So on the website, you can add your own domain. So in the configuration here, you have a domain settings. You can have your own domain, and Odoo offer the domain for free for the first year if you have a subscription with us.
All right. The audience also asked, can we sell the subscription with e-commerce?
Yeah, of course. So here on my e-commerce, let's go to the e-commerce, and then you have the membership here. It's not listed because I didn't publish it, but if I publish it, you can of course sell it, and you see it's the yearly fee, and then I can add it to my cart, and then it's going to create the subscription, and then it's going to generate the invoice as well.
Thank you. And how do we add a 3D motion video with animation?
3D motion
video.
Well, there is multiple way to do that. If you want to have video here, what you can do on the product page, what you can do is actually use this block, which is really handy. It's the code snippet. Okay, here up. It allows you to add your own custom code. So basically, if you have a 3D model that is hosted on another platform, you can use an iframe. So this is basically an iframe, and then you can copy and paste this code, and then it will show on the page.
Thanks. And also we have another question that since you did many manual steps in your demo, someone asks, are there almost ready design templates available to just load?
Yeah. So we have the configurator. So when you start a new website with Odoo, in the configuration, the settings here, you create a new website. Okay, let's give it a name. We can directly, so we have this one, so you can start do it. Okay, you define your industries, what you want, and then Odoo will generate a website with already pages, predefined templates. But yeah, we don't have a theme other than that.
Thank you. And is it possible to change terms services in product template?
The terms and services?
Yeah.
Yes. But okay, let's just create this website and then I can show you. Okay, so on the product page, I guess what the person means is here. Up. We can have a section, so on the product, there is a section actually to have the terms and conditions. So here I can have my terms and condition, and this section is going to show on every product, so I can have all the information I want. I don't know if it answered the question, but yeah.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. And the last question, audience asked, can we build our own building blocks?
Yeah.
On the website?
Yeah. So that's actually what I did for this page. But let's just create a new page, a blank page. It's fine. Okay, here up. So you can take any block. Okay, let's take this one and actually edit it. So let's move this around, duplicate, up. Let's make it like this. You build your page, your snippet, and then you can save it. So here you have the save button. Okay, you save it, and then you can reuse it on other pages. So in my block, in my custom section, I will find this block and I can reuse it somewhere else.
That was it
Okay.
from the audience. Thank you so much.
Thank you.